So now I want to talk about like growing up in a world with no love, which is a pretty deep topic for me because I want us all to realize that not everybody is as fortunate as others to have that love in their life, and people need to be aware of that and sensitive about it, you know? Like, let's be freaking sensitive about what other people are going through. Like, for real. Like, for example, I'll use myself. So like, yeah, my parents never liked me. Okay, I was with my mom. Okay, so I was with my parents, right? They had me and my brother. We're 3 years apart, and my dad brought my mom's son, my older brother, from Jamaica to Canada. Okay, when I was 1. He's 3 years older than me. So my mom has 4 kids. We're 3 years apart, all of us. Okay, so yeah, when I was 4, my uncle called my uncle called my mom. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna just tell you how I remember it. I remember the police coming to get my mom. My uncle was there. I guess she scammed him or whatever she did. Whatever. She went to jail. We went to stay with my grandparents. My dad and my grandparents. My dad immediately sent my older brother to foster care. Immediately. My parents were married, mind you. So yeah. Growing up in a world without love. I don't think you really realize at first that you're not loved, because I did not realize it at first growing up. I did notice certain things as a child, but the thing about me is, like, I don't know if other Pisces are like this, but like, I'm just pretty grateful overall. Like, or maybe it's because of the lack of, but I'm just like a grateful, like, I'm just happy to be here kind of person, right? So I didn't really notice. Like, it wasn't until like I got older and other people started pointing things out to me. Okay, who I did notice was my mom. I noticed her, but I didn't know it wasn't love. I didn't know exactly what I was experiencing. I guess I thought it was just inconsistencies I was experiencing, because Chasey's coming to pick us up and you would just be there for hours waiting. I remember making myself a promise as a child that I would never do that to my kids, because the pain, guys, trust me, bro, like, being so excited, oh my god. Like that, guys, please, men, don't do that to your kids, please. Women, just guys, come on. Like, when your kid doesn't see you and then you tell them that you're gonna come for them, they're looking forward to that shit. Okay, I don't want to say more because I'm not going into that energy, but guys, like, let's be mindful, because that shit's like, that's not it. Okay, don't do that to kids, please. But I didn't notice, for real. When I got pregnant with my son at 15, okay, so my aunt died at 14. My aunt was really the only person that's ever had my back and ever showed me like actual genuine love. Like, I was very close to my aunt Ruth. I named my daughter after her. I was very close with her. She was literally the only person. I grew up with her sister, and with her sister's my grandma, and my grandma's husband's my grandpa, right? And my dad lived in the basement. So it's kind of weird to even think that I was grown up without love, or raised without love, because they were the missionary bishop of a church, you know, and they had my little brother. They loved him, although he thinks that they don't love him either, right? Which is so interesting to me, because the way I was treated compared to him, and then he doesn't feel love either. It's like, imagine how I feel. Like, what? But anyways, like, yeah, like, I remember, basically, it was just them wanting me to start. Like, I remember even when I was in a shelter with my son, and I had a piggy bank filled with money. My aunt gave it to me when I was like 3. No, I was 4. No, I was 5. I think I was 5 because my little brother was born and he had one too. So I was 5. My aunt gave me a piggy bank, and I've been putting money in that piggy bank since I was 5, and then I had my son at 15. And I remember going back to that house to get the piggy bank because I was in the I don't even know if I can tell the story without getting emotional. Anyways, I remember going back to get the piggy bank, and she had given it to my brother because I didn't deserve it in her eyes. So it's like I lived a life where people projected a lot of hate towards me. Like it was like I was just like this even before I got pregnant. Or like the whole reason I even got pregnant is because they didn't want me around. Like I was extremely like I didn't want to live, and I was how old was I? 11 or 12. I think no, I was 12 or 13. I was like, yo, like living with my dad was just like he would be drunk every day, and if he wasn't drunk he'd be finding some reason to beat me. And like he didn't even just like hit me, like he was thumping me with his fist, like beating me up, like. So I would try to go to bed early, and I wanted to run away. I just couldn't take it anymore. So eventually I ran away to my mom's house, but she couldn't stand my presence there. So she tried to put me in a group home, but I was trying to look for love at the time anyways, and ended up losing my virginity and getting pregnant at the same time. And anyways, but he didn't love me either. As soon as I got pregnant, he's like, oh, I just wanted to break your virginity, and he left too. Like they all, it was just, yeah. So yo, my younger years, like when child, I just want to hug myself, because bro, try not to go too much into it, because like I try to be gentle with myself and heal in the night times, but like I guess some things I don't really talk about often, so it's just like to even go back into that energy, I just feel so like just. So basically it's like people don't see that, you know, people don't see the struggles I've faced, or they do see them, because the thing is, the people that watched me go into the shelter, they watched me struggle, they watched me try to like literally like claw my way up out of the gutters, and they would still be mad and jealous of me. Like women, like actual girls my age would still be mad and jealous watching me live in a friggin' shelter hungry. Like anyways, that's why I don't like the whole friendship thing. For me is like moving forward, yeah, I would love friends like in this version of myself, but like if you really think about why I'm a hermit, why I don't even try to have friends like that, it's like it's pretty obvious. Why would I want to make friends with, and people are mad for no reason? Like what would give you the motivation to be mad at someone who's struggling? Like, oh, you're so strong, what was I supposed to do? So it's like, yeah, I just be talking. And the thing is, being an empath, you can feel people's energy. Like when people are pretending to be happy for you and stuff, you know, like it's impossible for you not to know. If you just walk freaking past me and you're sad, I freaking know that shit, because I'll feel sad and I'll be like, why the hell am I sad now? All right, I feel your energy so deeply. So it's like you don't have to lie. I know. And then like if I'll say something, like try to like subtly bring it up, they'll ghost me. Like they'll literally stop talking, and they'll do it in such a crazy way too, because they'll just like stop speaking on the phone altogether. And it's like, I never said you were jealous though. I'm saying like I don't think that anyone should be jealous because of the things I'm going through right now, you know. And they'll just be mad because they want to be jealous or some shit. I don't fucking know. And they'll be the ones who have like a husband and like own a house and like have their best life going on. Well, obviously it's not their best life, because honey, the things that these women put up with just to have a man is crazy, but it won't be me, because I'm okay with being by myself. I've been by myself my whole life, right? Literally. I've literally had to pick myself up every single time with I'm 31 and I have never had a mutual relationship with someone that loved me the exact same way I love them, not even in friendship. And I can say that, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but going forward, that's why it's like, for me, the concept of love, like, I'm so okay with myself because I've only ever had myself, right? Even when I was in a relationship, that last relationship, I'm done. I'm not slow. Like, I knew what was going on. Yeah, this nigga's crying now, but he's crying now because I'm not doing what I was doing for him, right? He's crying now. Now he regrets it, but he regrets it now because look at his life now, right? Like, it's never like mutual until I leave and all of a sudden they're crying to come back, right? It's never, you know, I can help. That's why it's like, when I met my soulmate, or not my soulmate, but I guess my soul's mirror. Yeah, my soul's mirror. I was like, this, I know that's what I know, like when I was making my manifestation towards a man, that's what I asked for. But then when I met him, I was like, no, I don't want that. Because I don't want a man that I have to be there for. I want a man that, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want a man. Like, yo, like, if I'm gonna be for real, because if I was gonna want a man, he would have to be a protector, like someone to equally understand what I've been through, right? And be able to relate. That's what I was saying. Like when I was manifesting, I was saying that I wanted someone to relate to, but I didn't really say that I wanted him to be healed, right? I forgot to add that part in because for some reason spirit gives you what you ask for, but there's always like some kind of like little technicality. So I have to be specific. I forgot to say healed because he was not healed. All he did was cry every day, and it was just like, damn, like I get it. Like I felt that shit. Like I understood why he was crying, right? But for me personally, it wasn't an excuse to cry because I've been through a trillion times worse. And not only have I been through a trillion times worse, but I was able to pick myself up by myself, right? And then when I'm thinking about a man, if I'm looking at a man, I think that you should be able to pick yourself up the same way I was able to pick myself up. I understand that women are stronger, but men, you are equally as strong. And you know, you guys always want to say that you're protectors and providers, and you want a woman that's will submit. You have to first be willing to lead. You have to be able to lead for a woman to submit to you. If you cannot lead her anywhere, or you're leading her into bankruptcy, then she is not going to submit to you. If you want her to submit and you are unfaithful, she is not going to submit. There is nothing to submit to. And then men want to get mad when women don't want to submit, but why would they submit to you if you yourself are not something or someone that anybody or anything would want to submit to? You don't even know who you are. It's not making sense, right? Like when I woke up to who I was, there's no way I was going to stay in that relationship. Like, what? Like, no. Like, I don't want to have to be leading you. It's like, I want someone that is equally as strong in their power and who they are. I don't want someone that's always calling me like, oh, I need help with this. Oh, I need help with this. Oh, I already have enough things to do, right? Which is why it's like I'm cool on my own. I'm cool without this friends and whatnot. But then it's like, then it's like, are you healed if you try to repel these things? But my whole thing is, it's not a matter of trying to repel these things. It's a matter of trying to focus in on one area of your life first, right? Before you look at another area. So it's like, I don't know, growing up without love, it like conditioned my mind one way. And then now that I'm trying to heal, it's me having to consciously go back into my mind and change my mindset. Because, you know, like when reality was showing you certain things over and over and over and over again, right? You start to believe certain things, right? That's where those things, it's like, nobody loves me, I'm not loved, like, you know, those things. But that's all an illusion. It's like you put yourself in an illusion. It's like I literally felt myself put myself into an illusion once. Like I knew I was doing it, and I do it often. Well, now I do it often, but I do it positively. But the last time it happened, it was like I knew I was doing it negatively, because it's like I was just so tired of the hurt that I just put myself in this hole. And I'm like, in this hole, I was like, I am hurt. Like, and I just looked at everybody like a predator, and I didn't want to be around anybody at all, like at all. To be honest, I'm still a hermit. I don't really like friendship and stuff, but the only reason I don't like friendship is because of the people that I've been meeting, or I haven't been meeting anybody now because I moved to a different province and people speak French here. But yeah, to be honest, it's just me venting to myself, like, you know, this is the process of alchemy. Consciously changing your mind and changing the reality you see, right? So I share my story to share that. You heard all that shit I've been through? Like, trust me, and that's not even like, I didn't even go into detail, trust me, child, because it gets like a trillion times worse. Like, when I say it gets worse, guys, I didn't even touch nothing. Okay, it gets, like, trust me, my childhood, But you know what? If you want to make it a positive, what I can say is what I've experienced in my life has made me so understanding to others. Like, it's made me be able to put myself in other people's shoes and feel what they are feeling, understand. Like, when you see a mother with 15 kids and she's a single mother and you want to judge her, you don't know her story. You don't know why she keeps going into these relationships. Like, there's so many times I speak to women and they want to down other women for going into relationship after relationship after relationship, and it's like, she deserves love. She's looking for love. She deserves love. Does she need to heal? Yes, she does need to heal, right? But we can't force healing onto people. What we need to do is understand that desire for love, right? Understand. There's so much people that they weren't hugged growing up. That's why there's so much women, they go to the hospital, or men, they go to the hospital for attention. It's like they just want you to show them care in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter the kind of care. They just want care. That's why sometimes you have your friends will reach out to you sometimes and say some silly things. They just want freaking care. They just want someone to reach out to them, show them that they care, right? And most of the time when people try to reach out to people to try to get some care in return, they're left with silence, right? Being left on red. No response. Because people like to treat people like their feelings don't matter for some reason. But then when it comes to their feelings, it's supposed to matter, and whatever they're going through should matter, but what you're going through shouldn't matter. You don't need to be friends with these people. Like, honestly, that's why I like being alone in my solitude with just me and my kids. I'm friends with my kids. At the end of the day, when my kids are adults, I'll be older. I'll be able to live my best life, and I wouldn't have been around a whole bunch of fake friends. Like, I remember this one friend, I had to let her go last year because it was a friend that I actually deeply loved. Like, I deeply freaking loved this girl. Deeply loved her. But when I really looked at the friendship and I realized, and I look at all the things I've forgiven and all the pain and PTSD and issues she has caused in my reality, it's like I take full responsibility for all of that. Because if I didn't keep running back to her to be friends with her, because I loved her kids so much, right? None of that shit would have happened in my reality. I should have freaking just relaxed and I knew she wasn't my friend. It's just like my circumstances. I was a kid. I was young and I was so lonely. And when you're lonely, you tend to seek outside validation a lot. And so I used to try to put myself out there to be friends with people. And whether they were my friend or not, I would try to prove myself to these people that didn't want to be my friend. I'd be trying to prove myself. Like, I'd be leaving my job to help them. I'd be doing the most, like, for real, like the most. Like, when I look back at everything now, I'm like, yo, like, those people didn't deserve an ounce of my friendship, an ounce of my care. But you know what? I'm glad I still offer that care, because at the end of the day, when people meet me, I want them to know that genuine love still does exist. That's been my thing going forward. Like, I've said to myself that whether or not I get hurt, I am willing and I'm going to show people going forward that genuine love is possible, because I offer genuine love, regardless of if you want to love me in return, regardless of what you have to offer me. If you come into my energy and I see you, I will offer you genuine love. I will give you anything that you need. If you need something and I have it to offer you and to give it to you, I will give it to you. If you need something and I don't have it, I will try to get it for you. I will help you. I am okay with being that one person that still offers genuine love and that still has an actual heart. I know there must be other people out there with a genuine heart like me, because I have a genuine heart and I'm embracing it. At first, because my heart used to break so often. I was like, I hated so much the fact that I was so forgiving and how I just want to help, but now I'm just like, you know what, that's just who I am. I want to help and I want to see you happy. I want to see people happy. I don't want people to suffer and to struggle. That's not nice, right? And I feel like if we can help anybody at all with anything, then we should be willing to, right? Like the things that that people have done to me, I'm not going to do to other people. No. The things that I've had done to me, I'm not going to do to other people. And not only am I not going to do that to other people, but I'm going to offer them love in return. I'm going to offer love. I'm going to love unapologetically. Whenever I meet anybody and I see anybody that needs help, if I can help them in any way, shape, or form, I will always do it. Because, just because you were treated a certain way does not mean that you should treat others that way. You should always treat people with love, no matter what. Even the people that hurt us. Like, guys, there's so much time that I even have to stop myself from going above and beyond for the people that literally try to make my life a living hell to this day. Like, sometimes I'll get little hints of their realities and the things that they're going through, and I want to help, and I'll just be like, you have to realize that this is their karma. You got to stay out of it, right? Even that's hard for me sometimes, because I genuinely don't want anyone to struggle. I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you be sad. I want to see you thrive in excellency, rise to your greatest self. So that's just that, let's all just love unapologetically, regardless of where we come from, regardless of if we're loved back. We're gonna be that love. We're gonna be that freaking spark of love and spread love in every way we freaking can.